All right, and the record will indicate Mr. Kelly's present in the courtroom. Before we start, I just want to thank the Marshal Service for accommodating the court today. After the last court date, I received a call from the Marshal's office indicating that they would accommodate the court and have Mr. Kelly brought over on each and every court date.
Word on the streets is that R. Kelly's been plotting revenge, and it ain't just because he's salty about doing time. Nah, it's way deeper than that. If these rumors are true, we might be on the verge of one of the wildest exposés in hip-hop history. And guess what? It's all allegedly tied to the shady dealings involving Aaliyah, her death, and some secret society stuff that would make any conspiracy theorist lose their mind. So let's break this all down. Now, we all know how R. Kelly went from being one of the biggest R&B stars to public enemy #1. Charges, trials, the works. But what's wild is how Diddy and Jay-Z, who used to rock with him heavy, dipped on him quick once everything went south. That's not even the worst of it though. Word is they didn't just abandon Kelly, they played a role in making sure he stayed locked up. Rumors are swirling that Diddy and Jay had connections with some higher-ups, allegedly pulling strings to make sure Kelly wouldn't bounce back. You know how it is. When somebody in the industry gets too hot, folks cut ties fast. But this feels personal, like there's something much bigger behind the scenes. Kelly's been stewing in prison, and insiders claim he's got a whole revenge plan in motion. He's collecting receipts, waiting for the perfect moment to drop bombshells that could take both of these guys down. Kelly ain't got much to lose at this point. He's sitting in a cell while Diddy was out here hosting lavish parties, and Jay-Z is making business deals left and right. You think Kelly was gonna just sit back and let them continue living their best lives after all this? Nah. Word is, he's standing on business and ready to air out all the dirty laundry.
You know, the game has been elevated. As we can tell, there's no expense being spared. We had a black billionaire's lunch. Yeah. You understand?
Right.
And we here together, and we're gonna keep staying together. We getting tighter. That's right. You know what I'm saying? And united we stand, and ain't nothing else to us.
Black excellence.
Diddy locked up in the same spot as R. Kelly, a recipe for prison disaster. Diddy's being held in the exact same place where R. Kelly was locked up while waiting for his own trial. Imagine the tension in that cell block, knowing your #1 enemy is just a stone's throw away. It's like something out of a prison drama series, but in real life. Diddy, the man who allegedly helped bury Kelly's career, is now sitting behind bars in the same facility. Wild, right?
Breaking news tonight, Sean Diddy Combs has been arrested in a Manhattan hotel this evening after a grand jury indicted the music mogul. His attorney tells CNN that he is currently being processed. The charges are unclear as of this moment.
You already know Kelly's got all the time in the world to stew over everything that went down between them. It's not just beef over the industry, it's personal. Kelly's been behind bars for a minute now, and while Diddy's been out here partying it up, Kelly's been plotting from his cell. You think Diddy's safe just because they're locked up? Nah. Kelly's got nothing but time to cook up something spicy from behind bars. Whether it's leaking secrets, messing with Diddy's connections, or just dropping straight fire in interviews, Kelly's making moves from the inside. Let's talk about Aaliyah because her name keeps getting dragged back into the spotlight. First off, rest in peace to the Queen. But some of these new theories are too wild to ignore. You probably remember Aaliyah's tragic death in a plane crash back in 2001, right?
The plane, just after taking off for Florida in perfect weather, suddenly plummeted to the ground. Investigators now saying one of the engines apparently failed. Along with 8 passengers, Aaliyah, a young Brooklyn native and a talented singer and actress. Jeff Rossen is live in Times Square with more on her life. Jeff.
And Aaliyah had a huge following not only here in New York City, but nationwide. Only 22 years old, this pop sensation was a popular singer. She was an actress in some movies recently, even a Grammy nominee. Tonight, her family is in mourning, fans asking, why her?
Well, for years, people have whispered about how shady her passing was. Now, fans are saying her death wasn't just some random accident. It might have been orchestrated by some of the biggest names in the industry, and R. Kelly knows exactly what went down. There's even talk that Diddy and Jay-Z had a hand in the events leading up to Aaliyah's death. And get this, people are saying they had a reason to keep her quiet. Why? Because Aaliyah was allegedly involved in some dark dealings with these two moguls and their crew, and she might have been on the verge of exposing them before her life was cut short. Aaliyah, Diddy, and Jay-Z's alleged secret society connections. This next part's straight out of a conspiracy theorist's playbook. Some fans have been connecting dots that would make any detective's head spin. There's a whole theory floating around that R. Kelly, Diddy, and Jay-Z were part of a secret fraternity known as the Boulay. Basically, a secret society made up of elite black men with ties to powerful organizations. According to this theory, Aaliyah was being passed around by these top-tier moguls, and her death was no accident, but an attempt to silence her forever. Sounds wild, right? But fans are pointing to strange connections, like how Diddy and Jay-Z distanced themselves from R. Kelly right after Aaliyah's death, and how they seem to move on with their careers without missing a beat. Meanwhile, R. Kelly was left in the dust, and now it seems like he's been waiting for the right moment to strike back. It's not just whispers anymore, though. There's evidence that something shady was going on. A picture recently surfaced of Aaliyah and Diddy, and let's just say it ain't a regular picture. These two were lying in a giant bed together, looking a little too comfortable, if you catch my drift. Now, folks are saying this photo was taken during one of Diddy's notorious freakoffs. You know, those wild parties he's been accused of throwing for years. And if that's true, what was Aaliyah doing there? She was supposed to be married to R. Kelly, so why was she cozying up to Diddy like that? Fans are saying this might be the smoking gun that ties Diddy to the whole Aaliyah conspiracy. Now let's be real, R. Kelly ain't exactly innocent in all this. He married Aaliyah when she was just 15, allegedly 12 when she was first introduced to him, which is a whole mess in itself. But what if Kelly wasn't the only one involved in some shady dealings with Aaliyah? What if Diddy and Jay-Z were also part of the picture? Fans are speculating that Aaliyah was passed around by some of the top names in hip-hop, and R. Kelly has all the receipts to prove it. Kelly's been hinting that he's got dirt on these guys, and it's only a matter of time before he starts spilling. And with Diddy's reputation already hanging by a thread, this could be the final nail in the coffin for his career. Even Jaguar Wright claimed that there might have been some foul play.
As much as I desperately want to talk about Aaliyah, I can't. I wish I could. I wish it were my story to tell. We all know what happened in the beginning. We just don't know why it ended the way it ended.
And it doesn't stop with Aaliyah. Fans have been drawing comparisons between her situation and the rise of Tyla. Now Tyla's been making waves in the music scene, but she's got something Aaliyah didn't have: strict parents and a solid support system. One fan put it best, saying, if Tyla didn't have that, Hollywood would have passed her around like a blunt, just like they did with Aaliyah.
So I watched the thing from the beginning, and when I saw my name, yeah, I jumped up. I was screaming like, I can't believe it, it's crazy.
Think about that for a second. The industry is notorious for exploiting young talent, and Aaliyah's story seems like a cautionary tale for what could have happened to Tyla if she didn't have the right people looking out for her. The fan culture is saying loud and clear, this isn't just a one-time thing, it's a pattern in Hollywood, and it's been happening for years. Now, you know the internet never lets anything slide, especially when it comes to messy situations like this. The memes have been flying, and one of the wildest ones out there right now? Tom Brady smiling with the caption, R. Kelly when he sees Diddy walking into the same prison. The idea that Diddy might end up in the same place as Kelly has people cackling, but if the rumors about Kelly's revenge plot are true, it might not be that funny for Diddy. Fans are speculating that Kelly's got a whole list of dirt he's ready to drop on Diddy and Jay-Z once the time is right, and if Diddy ever ends up behind bars, Kelly's gonna be waiting for him with a smirk on his face. Here's a plot twist. Diddy got placed on suicide watch at the Metropolitan Detention Center in NYC. But before you jump to conclusions, his lawyer is already out here saying he's not suicidal. They're claiming it's just a routine move for high-profile inmates. Yeah, alright, routine or not, Diddy's gotta be feeling the pressure. Let's be real though, what if Diddy's more shook about R. Kelly's revenge than anything else? We're talking about two of the biggest names in the game who have a long history of bad blood. And now they might be stuck in the same facility? R. Kelly's had all this time behind bars to cook up a plan. Diddy might be thinking it's better to take things into his own hands than get caught slipping by Kelly. One fan even went as far as saying, they are preparing us for when someone at the top makes the phone call to take him out. People seriously think Diddy's days might be numbered. and there's some mysterious higher-up ready to pull the trigger. But who's this someone at the top? Could it be none other than R. Kelly? According to Diddy's attorney, Mark Agnifilo, Diddy's holding it together. He's been pushing the narrative that Diddy's strong, healthy, confident, and focused on his defense.
He's just laser focused. He's engaged. He's helpful. He's confident. You know, we're going through our defense as we do every day, and his spirits are relatively good. I mean, you know, it's always difficult to be in a place like this, but I can tell you, the staff has been helpful. I have no complaints whatsoever, and I'll be coming here every day. So, you know, every day until he's out, I will be here with him, working on his defense, making sure that this case goes in the right direction, which results in him leaving this building.
But we all know how the system works. Judges denied Diddy's bail twice, which means he's not getting out anytime soon. And if Kelly gets wind of this situation, it's only a matter of time before the drama escalates. Diddy's stuck in a cell, Kelly's just a stone's throw away, and the tension is building. R. Kelly's appeal. Could he be free before Diddy even goes to trial? Now here's where things get even wilder. R. Kelly just filed an appeal, and it's causing all kinds of buzz. He's basically saying, how are you going to convict me on a law that wasn't even around when I did my dirt? He's arguing that the law used to lock him up was passed after his alleged crimes took place, so it shouldn't even apply to him. Believe it or not, there's actually a shot Kelly could win this appeal. Imagine how crazy it would be if he got some of that time knocked off. We could see him walking out of those prison gates, a free man, while Diddy's just settling in. Picture this, R. Kelly walking out as Diddy walks in. Talk about a role reversal for the ages. Fan reactions. The internet is going wild. So you already know the internet's been going crazy since this Diddy drama hit the streets. Fans are not holding back, and they're dropping some pretty savage takes on the whole situation. Some folks are calling for justice, while others are straight up roasting Diddy and everyone around him. Here's what some people are saying. First up, you got people like one fan who said, arrest everyone that helped him commit the crimes too. They're not just looking at Diddy, they want the whole crew locked up. Like anyone who even breathed near Diddy during his alleged crimes. The fans want them behind bars too. It's giving full-scale takedown vibes. Then there's this other comment that cuts straight to the point. Damn, I don't feel one bit sorry for Diddy. Dude has been a nice smiling villain for decades. No love lost there. This fan is making it clear that Diddy's been fooling people for years with that charming smile while allegedly running some pretty dark stuff behind the scenes. It's that whole wolf in sheep's clothing narrative, and the streets are eating it up. But here's where it gets even juicier. Another fan linked this situation directly to R. Kelly, saying, this is what R. Kelly meant when he said y'all are killing me. He wasn't the only monster in the industry. They ran together in the same circles. Now we have surviving Diddy. Ish is hitting the fan in Hollyweird. Basically, people are pointing out that R. Kelly and Diddy were two sides of the same coin, both allegedly operating in those shady Hollywood circles. And now, it's like all the skeletons are falling out of the closet. Surviving Diddy might just be the next major Hollywood scandal to unravel. And you already know fans are predicting what's next. R. Kelly is going to tell on them. Watch and see. People legit think that Kelly's about to start naming names from behind bars, and Diddy's gonna be the next one to go down. Kelly's got time and nothing to lose, and the fans believe he's about to start snitching on everybody he ran with. If that happens, whew, it's over for some of these industry big dogs. So, with all this mess unfolding, let me ask you, is R. Kelly plotting his revenge from behind bars? Could he be planning to spill some major deets on Diddy, Jay-Z, and the whole industry to get some sort of payback? Or is this just another chapter in Hollywood's dark secrets that's finally being cracked open? I want to know what you think, so drop your thoughts in the comments below and let's get the convo going. Don't forget to smash that like button if you're vibing with these revelations, and if you want to stay plugged into all the wild twists and turns in this saga, hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next.